Welcome to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Talk Show. I'm your host, Sherry Marie Rovirosa, here on KCAA Broadcasting Network. We're affiliated with CNBC and NBC News and Sports, where we cover over 5 million households in greater Los Angeles. If you've missed our previous shows, you can watch us on our TV streaming channels distributions on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, and the Android app. Just subscribe to the Building Solid Foundations channel. Hello, friends. I'm the fashion host for the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show. My name again is Sherry Marie Rovirosa, also known as Mommy Majesty. I'm a life and fitness coach, a fashion designer and stylist, an author and speaker, and an interior designer, and the mother of 12 children. Yes, you heard that right, 12 children. I'm also the CEO of Mommy Majesty Fitness, where I love to coach women through my signature program that I created and used after each of my 12 pregnancies to lose 60 to 80 pounds and to get my hourglass shape back 12 times. It's my heart's desire to empower women to show up as the most beautifully fit, stylish, confident version of themselves, starting from the inside out, so that they can achieve all their dreams and goals in this life. I'm so excited to be back here with you again today to dive into one of my favorite topics, the world of fashion. Today we're going to be discussing part 3 of our series, How to Create Your Personal Style Portrait. Then, after the commercial break, we're going to hear from our very special guest, Latasha Fennell. She is the CEO of Boss Lady Bling Blingy Jewelry, and she creates some beautiful pieces, so you won't want to miss hearing from her. So, we're going to discuss part 3 of our series, How to Create Your Personal Style Portrait. But first, I wanted to recap part 1 and part 2 for those of you who may have missed those episodes. So in part 1, we discussed our mindset, and we covered 5 of the most common negative thoughts that keep women from believing that they are able to create their own style. The first one is, I have to lose weight before I can be stylish. And we discussed, while that's not true, that you can be beautiful and stylish at every weight and every age. And the second thought was that it's going to take too much time to be stylish. And we discussed, while that is true at the beginning, it takes a little time to figure out your style and to curate your wardrobe. But after that, you're going to save yourself tons of time getting ready in the future. And the third negative thought was that it's going to be too expensive. And we discussed why that is not true, because there are many beautiful, stylish pieces at every price point available to all of us. And the fourth thought is that people will judge me if I show up looking beautiful and stylish. And we discussed that while that is true, people will judge you. We discussed that people will always judge you no matter how you show up. They're just judging you because that's what people do. And so we don't want to allow that to keep us from being all that we're meant to be in this life. And the fifth thought is that it doesn't really matter how I show up. And we discussed that because of a term called enclothed cognition, it's actually very important how we show up. Enclothed cognition means whatever we're clothed in affects our cognition. It affects how we think and feel, and then how we act. So it's actually extremely important how we show up. So that was part 1 of the mindset. And part 2 of our series was choosing our 3 emotions that we're going to base our wardrobe on. And I used an exercise to help you understand how your emotions affect your wardrobe, and how your wardrobe also affects your emotions. These were the 3 questions that I asked, and I had you answer them to yourself. The first one was, what is a favorite item that you like to wear? And then I had you describe in detail about the item, the color, and the different details about it. And then the second question was when you wear your favorite item, how do you feel when you're wearing it? And I had to come up with 3 emotions. So it might be comfy and relaxed and fun, or it might be confident and sophisticated and elegant. So it just depends on what your favorite item was. But I had you pick 3 emotions that you feel when you wear it. And then the third question was, when you're wearing your favorite item and you look in the mirror, how do you feel about yourself when you're wearing it? And I had you pick 3 emotions around that question as well. And through those questions, you were able to see how what you wear affects how you feel, and it affects how you see yourself. And that was part 2. And the homework for part 2 was for you to choose 3 emotions that you would like to build your style off of, so that when you look in the mirror, you feel that way and you think that way about yourself when you're dressed in your style. And now today we're going to discuss part 3. And part 3 is actually creating our style guide. So once again, we want to reiterate, what does style actually mean? So style is a collection of thoughts and feelings that you have about yourself and how you choose to express those to the world. So the first thing that we're going to do is, for those of you who may not have done the homework, or maybe you weren't there for that episode, I'd like you now to think of 3 emotions that you would like to choose, that you would like your style to evoke inside of you. And when you look in the mirror, you would like to see yourself that way. Now, remember that there are no right and wrong emotions here. Any combination of the 3 is fine. It's just all up to you, because this is your personal style, no one else's. And we want this to represent you. So think of those 3 emotions. And then also I shared last time in this particular season, what my 3 emotions that I built my style on, just to give you an example. The first one is charming. I like to feel and look charming. Elegant. I like everything to have a bit of elegant to it. And confident. I like to feel very confident in my clothing. So those are the 3 emotions that I have chosen and built my wardrobe around, and my style. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go to Pinterest. Now, most people have heard of Pinterest, and many are as addicted as I am to Pinterest. I love Pinterest. It's like having magazines on steroids. You can go into the search bar and put whatever you want in there, and you get hundreds of pictures of everything that you like. And so many, many women that I know love Pinterest. But in case you haven't heard of it, you can go to Pinterest.com and set up a free account, and then start your style board. And then you can put into the search bar any of the emotions that you've chosen. If it's elegant, women's elegant clothing, women's charming clothing, any of the different emotions that you've chosen, you can put into the search, and it will bring up hundreds of all different kinds of outfits that represent the wording that you put in. And then I want you to go through and see what outfits you're drawn to, which ones you just love and feel like they really expressing those 3 emotions that you've chosen. And then I want you to pin those on your style board. So it's really a lot of fun to use Pinterest, and it's a great tool to be able to visually see what you're trying to create with your style. As a side note, it's also a great tool to be able to visually create what you're designing in your home. If you're redoing a room, you can do the very same thing, and it's a very powerful tool. So after you have collected 2 or 3 dozen pins of all the different outfits that you're drawn to and that you love, and as a reminder, you don't have to love the entire outfit. It might just be something about it that you love. Maybe a blouse or a hat or a certain pair of pants or even shoes. Go ahead and pin it, and then you'll have a collection of the different items that you're drawn to and that you love. Then what we're going to do is we're going to filter through all of our pins. And because there's a lot of different styles that you might actually be drawn to and like, but since you've chosen the 3 emotions that you've chosen, that's going to be your style for this season. And filter out the ones that don't align with those emotions. Now, if you still love it, but it doesn't align, you can start another board and collect it and keep it on that board, and then you could use it possibly next year. Because remember that our styles are going to change a little bit each year, and sometimes a lot, depending on our lifestyle or different decisions we've made, different changes we've made in our life. Also accommodate different styles in our life. So be open to changing your style as the time goes by. Then I want you to look through all the pins you have left and see commonalities. There should be commonalities in all of the pins that you have, just certain things you like, colors and things like that. And then we want to try to mix and match the pieces. So if you see a blouse you love, see if you can pick out 2 or 3 bottom pieces that will go well with that blouse. And then those 3 bottom pieces, see if you can pick 2 or 3 blouses. And so this teaches you to be able to have many different outfits with less pieces. It's also a great way to pack for traveling. You can have fewer pieces that you have to pack, but if they mix and match, then you can make many outfits from them. And then you can dress them up with jewelry and dressy shoes, or dress them down with tennis shoes and casual jewelry. So this becomes a very powerful tool for you. And because we've used Pinterest and we've used it to create our style guide off of the 3 emotions we've chosen, this now is a powerful tool for you. And then the next step we're going to talk about next time is how to go through our closet and all of our clothes and thin them out and align them with our new style. So we will see you next time for part 4. Now we're going to take a commercial break, and then we get to visit with our very special guest, Latasha Fennell, the CEO of Boss Lady Bling Blingy Jewelry. So be sure to get back with us. See you then.